How's it going? Let me say good evening to all of us on tonight. We're ready to begin our city council meeting for tonight. But just before we do that, we have two recognitions that we'd like to make. The first one is to recognize the retirement of Linda Gray. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to Linda Gray for her dedicated service during her recent retirement from the City of Muskogee Parks and Recreation Department. Linda was an integral part of the recreation maintenance team for nearly 20 years, diligently serving as a custodian for our parks, buildings, and facilities. Her hard work and commitment ensured that our parks were clean and well maintained for the community to enjoy. Thank you, Linda, for your invaluable contributions over the years. And here to receive that award on behalf of Linda is the Director of Parks and Recreations, Mr. Mark Wilkerson. Council, if you'd like to be in this group photo.
We don't need a photo.
Are you sure?
I'll get it to her.
Well, you look so nice in photos with a group. I mean.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
The next presentation is to help celebrate the hard work of Dow Tao. Let's give them a hand right now. This is their 20-year anniversary being in Muskogee, and we are just so happy to have industry partners such as Dow Tao. I'm going to read a portion of this proclamation, and then I'm going to ask Dow Tao to come up and receive it, and then we will bring down the council to take a group photo. Dow Tao marks its remarkable 20-year anniversary, a beacon of dedication and excellence in our community. Dow Tao stands as a significant contributor to the local community and economy of Muskogee, pivotal through continuous capital investment, job creation, and strategic partnerships. Dow Tao's unwavering commitment to Muskogee has been exemplified through continuous capital investment, bolstering the local economy, and creating invaluable job opportunities for our residents. Dow Tao's continued dedication to sustainable growth has undoubtedly contributed to the prosperity of Muskogee and its residents, showcasing excellence, innovation, and pivotal support to the broader tile industry. Dow Tao's strategic utilization of the McClellan-Kerr Arkansas River Navigation System and their valuable partnership with Port Muskogee have facilitated efficient movements of goods, strengthening our community's economic infrastructure. Dow Tao Muskogee plant production of 25% of the domestic porcelain tile stands as a notable achievement, a testament to their commitment to the excellence and innovation of that organization. Now, therefore, I, Marlon J. Coleman, on behalf of the City of Muskogee, do hereby proclaim our heartfelt recognition to Dow Tao's 20 years of unwavering commitment to our community. This proclamation stands as a fitting tribute to a company that not only thrives within our midst, but also serves as an essential partner in our shared pursuit of economic growth and prosperity, given under my hand and signature on this 25th day of 2024. And I'm going to take the privilege that I have as mayor, and I'm going to also declare, Madam Clerk, that today is Dow Tao Day in the City of Muskogee. Will you please come on behalf of the City of Muskogee and receive our heartfelt thanks to Dow Tao for all that they do. Let's give them another hand. It's a lot of us, so let's look like us.
How you doing, buddy?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me show them all. Are they the same? Thank you.
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah, we've got, so if you're on the GMMA on Wednesday, we've got some, we're having the GMMA meeting out at Dow Tao, and we created these tiles recognizing our 20 years. Nice little Oklahoma there with Muskogee there. So I thought it looked good for our 20 years, so we're going to give these away as we're starting out this year.
We will now call to order the Municipal Authority meeting for March 25th, 2024. We will stand for the invocation and flag salute at this time. Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for this day, a day that we have not seen and shall not see again. And we're just so grateful for the opportunity to serve. Thank you, O Lord, for these who work tirelessly on this council. Thank you, O God, for all of those in the community who show continued interest. And I pray, O God, that as we go forward, that we move forward by the hand and guidance of the Holy Spirit so that we can do what we can to make our citizens great. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Let's look to the flag. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout. Here. Alex Reynolds. Here. Tracy McGee.
Here.
Tracy Hous. Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Berlin Moyotti Craig. Here. Patrick Hale.
Here. Thank you. Item number 1.
Consider approval of MMA minutes of February 26, 2024, or take other necessary action.
The said minutes appear in our packet on tonight. Is there any corrections to be made to the minutes, or do we have a motion to approve?
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout. Yes. Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. Item number 2.
Consider approval of MMA claims for the month ending February the 29th, 2024, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Miller.
Yes, you have before you the claims from Muskogee Municipal Authority. Staff does recommend approval. We're happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions on the claims for Mr. Miller, or do we have a motion to proceed?
Move for approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second on the claims. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. That will conclude that meeting. We will now call to order the meeting of the Muskogee Redevelopment Authority for March 25th, 2024. Roll call.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout.
Here.
Alex Reynolds.
Here.
Tracy McGee.
Here.
Tracy Hous. Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Here.
Patrick Hale.
Here. Thank you. Item number 1.
Consider approval of minutes of February 26, 2024, or take other necessary action.
The minutes for that meeting appear in our packet on tonight. Are there any corrections to the minutes, or do we have a motion to proceed?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on item number 1. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. Item number 1 passes. Item number 2.
Consider approval of Muskogee Redevelopment claims for February 17, 2024, and March 15, 2024, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Miller.
Yes, you have before you the MRA claims. Muskogee Development Authority. Staff recommends approval. We will be happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Miller on those claims, or do we have a motion to proceed?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the claims. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. Item number 2 passes. That will adjourn that meeting. We will now call to order the meeting of the Muskogee City Council for March 25th, 2024. Roll call.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout.
Here.
Alex Reynolds.
Here.
Tracy McGee. Tracy Hous. Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Here.
Patrick Hale.
Here. Thank you. We will now entertain a motion to excuse Dr. Tracy Hous from this meeting on tonight.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to excuse Dr. Hous from tonight's meeting. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Berlin Moyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. We will now consider the minutes for approval for the City Council Special Call Session February 12, 2024, and City Council Regular Session February 26, 2024. Those minutes appear in our packets on tonight. Are there any corrections to those minutes, or do we have a motion to proceed as presented?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on those minutes. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carly Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the minutes are approved. We will now consider the consent agenda, which consists of items numbers 1 through 7 and item number 14 on the regular agenda that should have been in the consent agenda rather. Do we have any other items that need to be moved from the consent agenda to the regular agenda, or will we approve items number 1 through 7 and item number 14?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, as I have stated. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carly Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the consent agenda is approved along with item number 14. Item number 8.
Receive report from Main Street, Muskogee to discuss and present their annual report and take other necessary action.
Mr. Miller.
Yes, we have representatives from Main Street here to discuss their annual report as we asked them to do. Courtney looks like she's going to come forward, and then over here as well from Main Street. We'll be happy to hear their report.
Thank you, Courtney. You may proceed.
Good evening, council members and staff. Tonight I will be presenting the Main Street Muskogee Annual Report. For anyone in the room that does not know me, my name is Courtney Graham. I'm the Executive Director of Main Street Muskogee. This is our current list of board members. We currently have 16 board members in Main Street Muskogee. These members are building owners, business owners, community partners, and citizens of Muskogee. Main Street Muskogee is led by our 4-point approach, which is made up of 4 committees. These committees are economic vitality, organization, design, and promotion. These committees are open to community volunteers who have an interest in any area of expertise in these 4 committees. Altogether, these committees work towards community transformation. This approach is guided by the National and State Main Street, which is in all of 42 communities in Oklahoma and every community that participates throughout the United States and Puerto Rico. Currently, our Economic Vitality Committee is working on documenting our downtown business and building inventory, working on our business incentive grant, hosting business workshops, advertising downtown commercial spaces through window wraps and showcasing open commercial space on our website, and working on our new Renew and Rebuild grant, which is for building improvements, renovations, and/or additions to commercial property related to mechanical, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, fire suppression, cost of bringing the buildings up to code, and support mechanisms. Some of the completed applications for the business incentive grant are the Meeting Place, Watson's Chop House on 3rd. Our design committee is currently working on beautification projects such as streetscaping projects, which include new plantings, sidewalks, and pet waste stations. They've also been working on our business improvement or facade grant, Christmas lighting in downtown, and also working towards a downtown master plan. Some of the beautification efforts they've put are new picnic tables in the downtown green space, adding 3 pet waste stations along Broadway in all the green spaces, sidewalk repairs in front of Arvest Bank and Square Deal Music. We're actively working on future projects for sidewalk repairs in downtown, and we hope to complete these by the end of 2025. Here are our planters. Last year we had them painted by community partners and volunteers and added new plantings throughout Broadway. We're hoping to add plantings on Main Street as well this year. Here's some more volunteers. We also worked on the bump outs along Broadway, adding new plantings on there, and we hope to do that next month, depending on weather. For the facade grant, some of our applicants are Blue Line Storage. Here's the before, and here's the after. Kid Space, here's the before. There's the rendering, and this is the after. KY Premier Properties, here's the before, the rendering, and after. Watson's Chop House on 3rd was window replacements. Queen City, here's the before and the after. And Wish, here's the before and the after. The committee has also worked towards adding 4 blocks of holiday lighting and 26 trees along Main Street and Broadway, along with lighting the Court Street Bridge for Christmas with a similar color palette as the rest of downtown. For the 2024 holiday season, we will be adding 4 custom 10-foot tall lighted guitars, which will be placed throughout downtown. Our promotion committee has been working on creating our 2024 events and promotions calendar. This includes Love Your Downtown, Food Truck Days, Weekend of Local, the Downtown Business Awards, Bonanza, Pink Friday, Small Business Saturday, the Christmas Parade, and 2 window display contests in December and April. Here are some images from this year's Love Your Downtown, which was held in February. We had help from YBC, Hiddles Nike Club, AR's ACE, and Main Street Muskogee volunteers. 10 businesses throughout downtown were selected to have love notes put on the front of their businesses by volunteers. In April, we will be holding the Azalea Festival window display contest to get businesses ready for the parade and other activities during the month of April. This year, the Food Truck Days will be located on the green space on Broadway and held during the lunch hour. Last year, we had a great turnout with many local musicians and food vendors bringing the flavor and sounds of our community to event goers. Last year, during the Weekend of Local, we had 19 Muskogee businesses and locations participate. This is a campaign encouraging customers throughout Oklahoma to go visit and shop and eat from local businesses between July 12th through the 14th. Bonanza has been a successful collaboration between Main Street Muskogee and Neighbors Building Neighborhood. Last year's event saw around 7,000 attendees, and we hope to have an even spookier time this year. Small Business Saturday is an annual event that was created to encourage consumers to shop locally in person and online at small businesses. This year's event takes place November 30th. The Christmas window display contest for downtown is a fun tradition to get businesses ready for the holiday season. All of our window display contests also have the community's input throughout our People's Choice Awards, which is a fun way to involve the community. The Christmas Parade is a downtown staple. The 2023 Christmas Parade on December 11th was one of the largest parades in recent history and was a huge success with over 6,000 attendees. This year's parade is planned for December 16th. Another way our promotions committee also promotes downtown Muskogee is through our shopping and dining rack card. This card lists all the shopping and dining within Main Street Muskogee's district, with the ability to scan to find more places to live, work, and play in downtown Muskogee. Our organization committee has been working on partner development, volunteer and leadership development, board trainings, and state and national trainings. The organization committee is also promoting Main Street Muskogee's 4-point approach through our rack card. This lists who we are and our 4-point approach with the option to scan to find more information about downtown Muskogee. The committee and Main Street Muskogee also work towards citywide collaboration with the organizations listed on the slide and more. We believe that community transformation is locally owned and locally driven. In 2023, downtown Muskogee saw $738,816 in private reinvestment, 6 building rehabs, 3,365 volunteer hours, and 2 new businesses in downtown Muskogee. Our organization also has the Downtown Ambassador, which helps to improve downtown. Due to a grant from the Muskogee Means More Placemaking Committee, we can provide the service to downtown Muskogee. The Ambassador gives directions to visitors, waters, trims, and cares for bump outs and planters, cleans up the streets, sidewalks, and alley debris, removes up to 3 garbage bags of waste daily, and makes reports to the Citizen Action Center. Our organization also works with the community youth through our internship opportunities. This year, we will have applications for our social media and marketing intern, special projects intern for public art, and our special projects intern for public parking. The special project interns will map either the public art or public parking and produce a physical and digital map of the items. As always, the core of Main Street Muskogee is community transformation that is done locally, locally driven involvement in our downtown. This is done through our citizen-based committees, building relationships with other organizations, volunteers, and partnerships to further the development of downtown. I would like to thank you for your continued commitment to Main Street Muskogee and downtown. For anyone wanting to contact me, I've listed my contact information on the screen above. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions from this body or Main Street?
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You said,
No.
Y'all can talk after.
Item number 9.
Consider approval of ordinance number 4225A, an ordinance amending the City of Muskogee Code of Ordinances, Chapter 90, zoning regulations, Article 12, on-site development standards, Section 04-05A, fences in residential districts, providing for repeal or severability and setting an effective date, or take other necessary action.
Councilor Stout.
Yes, this was brought to a request, and so we put it on the agenda, and we just want to move for approval.
Second. Do we have any questions on that item? Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carolyn Boyati Craig. Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jared Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Martin Coleman.
Yes, item 9 passes. Item number 10.
Consider approval of ordinance number 4229A, an ordinance amending the City of Muskogee Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, Administration, Article 5, Boards and Commissions, Division 12, Municipal Employees Retirement Board, Section 2-470, established functions and duties, meetings, quorum, Section 2-471, membership, election, and qualifications, Section 2-472, terms and representation by department, providing for qualification, repeal or severability, and setting an effective date, or take other necessary action.
Ms. Eaton.
Mayor, members of council, this was presented at the last Public Works and Finance meeting. We are simply amending the ordinance for our non-uniform retiree committee to allow for an election in April of 2024. They were previously held in December, but due to all the terms of the committee members expiring in 2018, we are making these changes. So staff recommends approval, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Ms. Eaton, or what's the pleasure of this body?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carolyn Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds. Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jared Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Martin Coleman.
Yes, that item passes. Item number 11.
Consider approval of resolution number 2978, accepting grant funds from the Oklahoma Office of the Attorney General Opioid Abatement Board to finance police department response and abatement activities, and authorize the city manager or his designee to sign all documents relating to the Oklahoma Opioid Abatement Award, or take other necessary action.
Chief T.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and members of the council. This is a resolution that we need in order for Neighbors Building Neighborhoods and Lindsay to continue to work with us on this opioid grant.
Thank you. Any questions for Chief T? What's the pleasure of this body? We have a motion and a second on item number 11. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carolyn Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jared Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Martin Coleman.
Yes, that item passes. Item number 12.
Consider approval of resolution number 2976, requesting the annexation of the John T. Griffin Industrial Park, zoned as I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning Classification, as approved in the 2013 City of Muskogee Comprehensive Plan and Use Map, adopted June 4th, 2012, upon annexation, located within Section 10, Township 14 North, Range 18 East, into the city of Muskogee, setting a date for a public hearing, and directing staff to take necessary steps in compliance with state statutes pertaining to the annexation request or take other necessary action.
Mr. King?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So this resolution 2976 is to begin the process of annexation of the John T. Griffin Industrial Park, which is located south of Del Tile, contiguous to the city of Muskogee city limits. The annexation will include 7 Muskogee City County Port Authority owned parcels. The city will also take in the surrounding infrastructure such as Del Tile Road and the newly completed Smith Ferry Road from Highway 64 to South 24th Street West. The city already has sewer and water infrastructure in place at the industrial site and ready for connection. The roads are industrial concrete roads with another 30 to 50 plus years of expected life before any major repairs may need to occur. The annexation has been requested by the Port Authority as a continued effort to continue the industrial growth of the community to provide high-quality jobs. No other property will be annexed other than the property being requested. In order to move forward with the annexation, the City Council will need to pass this resolution that directs staff to set a public hearing before City Council on this matter. A notice requires publication in the newspaper at least 14 days prior to the public hearing and no further than 30 days prior. The upcoming timeline is going to be as follows. On the April 4th, 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission, we will present an ordinance to the Commission to make a recommendation to City Council. That recommendation and that ordinance will go before Public Works Committee on April 8th, 2024 to make a recommendation to Council. And then finally, on April 22nd, at the City Council meeting, we will hold a public hearing and entertain a motion for adoption. The publication will go to Muskogee Phoenix by March 29th, 2024, which is this Friday, which will be published in time for April 2nd, 2024 for a 20-day public notice period. Staff recommends approval. Is happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. King. What's the pleasure of this body?
Move for approval?
We have a motion and a second on item number 12. Any discussion? Roll call.
Patrick Hale,
Yes.
Carleen Boyette Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. The item passes. Item number 13.
Consider approval of resolution number 2977, amending Appendix A, Schedule of Fees and Charges to the City of Muskogee Code of Ordinances, wholesale customers' water rates, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Miller.
Yes, we have before you a resolution that we discussed in committee. It basically sets our fees for rural water districts and other municipalities that purchase water wholesale from us. We can only charge our costs, but we evaluate those costs from time to time. We feel like that's appropriate because our citizens, their costs go up from time to time as well. We should make sure that those are being passed on to our outside water users as well. This is an amendment to the Appendix A that reflects that change, and we'd be happy to answer any questions. We do recommend approval.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Any questions on this item, or what's the pleasure of the body?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on item number 13. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carleen Boyette Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. The item passes. Item number 15.
Consider approval to apply for and if awarded, accept funds from the FEMA Cybersecurity Grant for Security Information and Event Management Software as a sub-recipient in the amount of up to $21,000, including up to $4,200 from the matching grant fund, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cummings.
Mayor, Council, good evening. The state of Oklahoma applied for and received grant awards from FEMA in order to address cybersecurity threats at the state level and at municipal levels as well. This is an 80-20 match. We could be responsible for up to 20% of the total value of this grant. What this software does is it takes all of our system logs, puts them all together, and says, oh, hey, here's a possible problem. So we're not having to take a look at 42 different logs to try to do that ourselves. This helps us identify a threat and mitigate it appropriately. And we ask for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carleen Boyette Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. Item number 16.
Consider approval to apply for and if awarded, accept funds from the FEMA cybersecurity grant for the end user cybersecurity training as a subrecipient in the amount of up to $50,000, including $10,000 from the matching grant fund, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cummings.
Mayor and council, this is a 3-year program for training for our end users. We may have firewalls in place, we may have all the protections in place that we can, but the end users, the people who are actually sitting in front of the keyboard, are our biggest gateway into our system. This will help train our end users to be able to recognize that different ways that people can try to manipulate them to get into our system. And like I said, it does run for 3 years. It is an 80-20 match, so we could be responsible for up to 20% of that amount. But I think it's a good use of our resources and a good use of this subrecipient grant. And I would ask you to approve.
Thank you. What's the pleasure of this body?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carly Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. Item number 17.
Consider approval to apply for and if awarded, accept funds from the FEMA cybersecurity grant for firewall upgrades as a subrecipient in the amount of up to $52,000, including $10,400 from the matching grant fund, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cummings.
As stated before, firewalls are also very important. This would upgrade our current firewall. We're kind of at the top end limit of what we have. This would upgrade our firewall to be able to handle more traffic and to be able to identify more threats. This is also an 80-20 match, and I ask for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. Do we have any questions, or what's the pleasure of this body?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Carly Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, item passes. Item number 18.
Consider approval to apply for and if awarded, accept funds from the FEMA cybersecurity grant for penetration testing as a subrecipient in the amount of up to $5,200, including $1,040 from the matching grant fund, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cummings.
And as with any defense, it's important for us to know where might be some holes. We're paying a company, this would pay a company to try to break into our network and find our holes and show us where we need to apply patches to, and ask for approval.
Thank you. I think Mr. Miller has comments on this as well.
Yes, just as an aside, I want the council to recognize our staff. We're applying for 8 grants this month, and that is a lot. We're trying to leverage our tax dollars as best we can. I want to thank Chris for looking at these cybersecurity grants, Public Works with Avery and Avery Wrigley, and Mike Stewart and Tyler Evans also helped, Chief Teague and his team, and Chief Moore with Fire Department. They're really doing a good job trying to make sure that our tax dollars are being used to leverage outside money. And so I want to thank the council, one, for the matching grant fund, and then number 2, give credit to our staff for going out and finding these opportunities to bring more resources to our community. I didn't want that to go without us acknowledging that our staff is doing a really good job. So thank you.
Thank you. Somebody saw the clap and stopped this. Thank you, Mr. Miller and staffs. What's the pleasure of the body?
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second on item number 18. Roll call.
Patrick Hale.
Chris, good job, thank you.
Yes.
Carly Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. We have several residents signed to speak to us tonight. Let me remind you, as you come, you are no longer required to provide your address, but you will have 3 minutes to speak to this council. The first one to come to the microphone will be Mr. Darwin England. And Mr. England, just for the minutes, give us your name, and then you'll have 3 minutes.
Darwin England, Would you read the questions that I placed?
I think you would do better. I don't have that in front of me.
I asked you to ask the attorneys how they expect to win the inverse cases. And then I asked you for them also to explain the laws that they did not violate. And then I put down that there's 4 people I'd like to speak to after the meeting. And one of those individuals, I believe, has been excused. Can you substitute anyone for that spot?
It'll depend on which counselors are available.
No, I don't care which one.
Okay.
You're all just pretty good people. So,
If I can point out, no one's authorized to speak with Mr. England because he has counsel.
Okay.
may I point out that the city council can speak to me at any time on any issue. It's the attorneys that you cannot talk to. But however y'all want to handle it, it's fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. England. The next resident have assigned to speak to us tonight is Ms. Lisa Hickman. We ask them when you go to the microphone, just give us your name for the minutes, and you'll have 3 minutes.
All right, my name is Lisa Hickman, and today I'd like to ask someone to acknowledge what happened to me on March the 20th, 2023. There was a Muskogee police officer that filed a false report against me. This officer filed a false report against me for assault and battery. This officer ran my name through his database and verbally stated that I was not a suspect in anything. This officer also stated that he would have me arrested 10 times during an interview that he had at approximately 9:15 a.m. I called the location to talk with the person that the officer was speaking with at the time. The officer heard me speaking with him through a speakerphone. The person that he was speaking with advised him that he was in distress but could not tell anyone why he was in distress. I had no idea that this officer was at my motel room here in Muskogee. Later that day, I arrived at my hotel room to see that the person that was there, Mr. Harris, had invited his nephew to my hotel room, and both of the men, they were both highly intoxicated. I was shocked and I was appalled. I called the police back to the location because I wanted to ask what happened. I had no idea that the police was even at my hotel room. The police came back and stated how they would arrest me for what Mr. Harris had said. This is a long story, but I won't give you all the details, but I will let you know at this point right now, I was charged with domestic assault and battery. I didn't do anything. I tried to work with different police officers, different law enforcement. Nothing helped. I was charged with domestic assault and battery. I didn't touch anyone. This resulted in a warrant for my arrest 66 days later, where the sheriff came to my house, put their hands on me, hurt me. I went to the hospital, I went to jail, and I bonded out for resisting arrest and obstructing an officer. Nothing about assault and battery. I ask that this city council take initiative to take accountability to acknowledge that a police officer filed a false charge against me, and it's on my record. I don't know what to do at this point because I've talked with the DA, I've talked with James, I've talked with Teehee, I've talked with Mr. Reed and many others, asking someone to acknowledge what does one do if somebody files a false charge against you and the DA refuses to drop it. They say you need to have it expunged off your record. What can I have expunged if I haven't done anything? When I bonded out of jail, I bonded out for obstructing an officer and resisting arrest. Nothing about assault and battery. There's more I'd like to say, but at this time, my time is up. But if there's any city council member that wants to assist me with getting this matter corrected instead of embarrassing the city of Muskogee any further behind this, I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The next resident having assigned to speak to us tonight is Mr. Mark Hughes. When you come to the microphone, just give us your name and you'll have 3 minutes.
I've got a handout for the council. Mind if I put these there? Go ahead. Mark Hughes. Never in my life have I been more scared at the direction elected and unelected city officials are taking in this city. Never have I seen such a blatant violation of our civil rights than was documented in your package before you tonight. Even more horrifying is the purposeful and unmitigated abuse of the Muskogee Police Department for political purposes. The police fed the maintenance man at 800 South 32nd Street, a hotel that the city once torn down, a lie on August 9th, 2023, about a report that 2 intruders entered the boarded up structure. Once the 5 police cars arrived, however, the police had to unscrew numerous bolts from the building that held 3 layers of sheet metal over each entrance. So what does that tell us? That there were no intruders, but that didn't stop them from unconstitutionally entering the building. These officers, I'm certain, were told by superiors so high up in the political and administrative chain of command that they no doubt feared for their jobs and did what they knew at heart to be unconstitutional. And in the police body cam footage is Michael Burkeen, head code enforcer. Since when does a code enforcer accompany the police on an intruder call? Never, except when they have a conspiratorial mission to unconstitutionally tear the structure down. By the way, the police incident report mentions nothing about intruders, and neither does the audio call from the Muskogee 911 call center. And an unconstitutional search will be thrown out of court when the judge hears this conversation between a police officer and Mr. Burkeen from a police body cam. Hey, Burkeen, you got enough code violations? Burkeen's response, yep. Sure enough, a few weeks later, the owner received a letter of condemnation. It's sadly pathetic that Muskogee leadership has to resort to unconstitutional means to get a structure torn down. I mean, really? Aren't we better than this? I thought we were. So the real question is, where are the leaders of integrity who should have stepped up and said, no, this is not right? What needs to be done is for the city council to call for an independent investigation, headed up by an independent attorney from Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and put everyone under oath. And this investigation has to be done in the open and transparent with the results made public. If the city council chooses to do nothing, then we have to ask, where are the elected and unelected officials who promote and advocate that the law and constitution be obeyed? Show your constituents you have integrity, honesty, and character, and will heartily support an open, transparent investigation. So what are you going to do? Freedom or backdoor tyranny? Liberty for some, but not for all? The action you take on this issue will set historical precedent on whether the encroachment of silent tyranny that is already amongst us will continue to slowly diminish our freedom until just a handful of powerful and greedy have sucked this city dry of everything that is good about it. What are you going to do?
Thank you. The next person having signed to speak to us tonight is Ms. Patricia Cassidy. When you come to the microphone, you just give us your name for the minutes and you'll have 3 minutes.
Patricia Cassica. I'm asking the city attorney, city manager, and the council to make animal control laws tougher and fines much greater than they are and possibly jail time. There are too many irresponsible animal owners who do not take the ordinances and laws seriously. These laws are to protect citizens and their pets that do follow the ordinances. On Wednesday, March 13th, I witnessed my neighbor's pit bull attack my other neighbor and his dog that was walking on a leash. The pit bull had its jaws on the neighbor's dog, and the man was yelling at the dog to let go. This went on for 5 minutes or so. The owner was home, but he never came out of his house to help. I called the police, and the man left before they got there. The neighbor took his pit bull inside the house, and he was not truthful with them about where the dog was. So fortunately, I have a 23-second video that shows the attack, not the beginning of the attack. I called the police first. I'm not like some people that videotape and then call the police, because this dog had knocked the man down. He couldn't get up. He was tangled in the leash. So this dog has also attempted to attack me while I was getting out of my car, stuck my foot out the driver's side, and there was this dog growling and getting ready to lunge at me. So I started honking my car horn. Neighbors were home. There's 4 or 5 cars at the house. Nobody ever came out. This man did not come out to get his dog when he attacked my neighbor. So I have pictures. I have upteen different calls to animal control. The app on the Muskogee website is not the real app. They use a different one now. So everything that I uploaded in terms of picture is not in this stack. So I'm asking this city council to make the fines differ, to make the dog owners more responsible if they're going to have a dangerous dog in the neighborhood. This is not the only attack. There was another man that was attacked walking his dog. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a picture of that, but I did call. So if you could please do something more than we are currently doing, I think the citizens would feel much more at ease. Their children walking to school, out walking their own pets, and just sitting in your yard, you know. To get these irresponsible people to realize that they are not the only dog owners in the world and that they need to consider their neighbors. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 19.
Consider an executive session to discuss and take possible action on the following. A, pursuant to section 307B4, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the workers' compensation claim number 10-23-27, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. B, pursuant to section 307C11, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss matters pertaining to a proposed economic development project located in the southeast quadrant of the city of Muskogee, including an incentive request, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. C, pursuant to section 307C11, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to confer on matters pertaining to economic development concerning real property located within the northwest quadrant of the city of Muskogee, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. D, pursuant to section 307B4, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the status of case number CB-2022-991, City of Muskogee versus June Green LLC, filed in the District Court and in Muskogee County, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. E, pursuant to section 307B4, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the status of case number CB-2022-157, City of Muskogee versus Ken Black, filed in the District Court and in Muskogee County, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. F, pursuant to section 307B4, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss 3 lawsuits styled England versus City of Muskogee, case number CB-2007-20, Lacey versus City of Muskogee, case number CB-2007-1377, Taft versus City of Muskogee, case number CJ-2007-1410, filed in the District Court and for Muskogee County, Oklahoma, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session.
We will now entertain a motion to go into executive session. We have a motion and a second to convene into executive session. Roll call.
Patrick Kell. Yes. Shirley Boyd Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout. Deputy Mayor Jared Reed. Mayor Martin Coleman.
Yes. We will now convene into executive session. All of those who are not party to that session, please be excused at this time.
Mean you're not gonna talk to me when
We will now reconvene from executive session. Roll call.
Mayor Martin Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Jared Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout. Here. Alex Reynolds.
Here.
Tracy McGee. Here. Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Shirley Boyd Craig.
Here.
Patrick Kell.
Here. Ms. Boldenhammer.
Thank you, Mayor. Item A, executive session pursuant to 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes. Council did convene executive session to discuss the workers' compensation claim number 10-23-27, and an appropriate motion at this time would be to approve the settlement as discussed in executive session.
Do you have a motion to that effect?
Move for approval.
Second. Roll call.
Patrick Kell.
Yes.
Carleen Boyd Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. Ms. Boldenham.
Thank you, Mayor. Item B, pursuant to Section 307C11, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, council did convene an executive session to discuss matters pertaining to a proposed economic development project located in the southeast quadrant of the city of Muskogee, including an incentive request. And at this time, no action is required. Item C, pursuant to Section 307C11, Title 25, Oklahoma statutes, council did convene an executive session to confer on matters pertaining to economic development concerning real property located within the northwest quadrant of the city of Muskogee. And an appropriate motion at this time would be to approve an economic development agreement and authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute the document.
Do we have a motion to that effect?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for item C. Roll call.
Patrick Kell.
Yes.
Carleen Boyd Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
No.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. Ms. Boldenham.
Section D, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the status of case number CB 2022-991, City of Muskogee versus Jude Green LLC, filed in the District Court in for Muskogee County, and no action is required on this item. Item E, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, council did convene an executive session to discuss the status of case number CB 22-157, City of Muskogee versus Ken Black, filed in the District Court in for Muskogee County, and no action is required on this item. Item F, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, council did convene an executive session to discuss 3 lawsuits filed England v. City of Muskogee, case number CB 2007-20, Lacey v. City of Muskogee, case number CB 2007-1377, Taft v. City of Muskogee, case number CJ 2007-1410, filed in the District Court in for Muskogee County, Oklahoma, and no action is required at this time.
Let me take this opportunity to thank all of the residents of the city of Muskogee who participated in this past weekend's cleanup for the Azalea festivals that are coming up. Certainly, we would not have the opportunity to do what we do if we did not have those volunteers. So to all of those volunteers who participated, from our hearts to yours, thank you very much. We are adjourned.